Going live in 3, 2, 1, cue.
Assalamualaikum and welcome to AHAS IRKHSSS Treasurers Seats Manifesto Debate. I am Alia Daniel and I will be your moderator for tonight. So in this session, we will meet the two candidates for the treasurer seats in the online election that will take place on the 9th of December this Thursday. So you can vote via the IRKHS social media accounts and Telegram channel, or also you could vote on your respective secretariat social media accounts. So moving on to our prime objective for tonight, we will now meet the future treasurers of KIRKHS up close. So each candidate will have 15 minutes each during the first session to introduce themselves and their manifesto. And following that, there will be a Q&A session between the candidates, which they will be given 5 minutes each, and it will be given to answer all of the questions from the other candidates. So the final session will be an audience Q&A. So for the audience, if you have any questions, please post them in the comment section, and don't forget to mention the candidate which you wish to ask your question to. So for the candidates, during the 15 minutes allotted for your presentations, the bell will ring once during the 14th minute, indicating that you have 1 minute remaining, and the bell will ring again to signal that it is already the end of your presentation. So I hope that it is clear to both candidates. So let us now call candidate 1, Sister Farhana Zulkifli from the Department of Arabic Language and Literature. So if you please, Sister Farhana.
Thank you very much, Sister Arya. So I will start my introduction and my manifestos. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farzana binti Zikiti, second year first semester student majoring in Arabic language and literature. Currently, I'm running for treasurer seat for AHAS IRKHSSS election 2021-2022. Brothers and sisters, I'm here tonight to convey two manifestos of mine for the betterment of AHAS IRKHSSS. So, first one is to provide welfare support for AHAS IRKHSSS students. Second, to bridge the gap between international and local students by acknowledging their participations. So first, I will explain the first manifesto, which is to provide welfare support for AHAS IRKHSSS students. From what I have observed and discovered, some of the factors of these problems are many students are facing financial problems during the COVID-19 pandemic. Second, there is no monthly or quarterly financial report and marketing proposal for donation transparency. So let me point out the mechanism first. The first one is we have to identify needy students through surveys. Second, we have to we will prepare a financial report, monthly, quarterly, also marketing proposal. Third, we will open for any sponsorships. Fourth, we analyze students' need. Fifth, donation distribution in the form of basic necessities such as dry food and toiletries. Okay, for your information, recently I made a consultation with a former representative from IRKHSSS, which claimed that IRKHSSS itself doesn't have a concrete and transparent financial report monthly, quarterly update. So, what is my plan? What is my idea? What is my vision for this issue? Firstly, we want to keep the financial system in the context of standard of procedure. Right now, we plan a monthly, quarterly financial report to expose publicly about how we manage the donation, what initiative of distribution donation, where the money goes, who the donors are, and we include the evidence of distribution. Okay. Financial report is a system to take proper care of our funds, keep the records, budgeting, as well as financial reporting. So why do I take the initiative to make monthly or quarterly financial report? To avoid leakage cases such as corruption, breach of trust, and etc. With this system, we can see that this will keep secure the financial system as well as all types of transactions that relate to this. So the donors will feel at ease as well as the receiver. I want to say that this is an initiative to make the nation more transparent and be aware of any problem related to this and etc. With this system, we can see, and I want to say that the money is the trust given by donors to us. We believe, they believe our capabilities on how to manage the money in the right way, on how to manage the donation in the right way to achieve the objective, to achieve the objectives, which is help needy students. Also, this involves the integrity, the integrity as a Muslim. In addition to that, I also bring this method to maintain a good name of Ahas Karakashas because this method is not only benefits me, but also it will bring benefits to Ahas Karakashas. If this method can be implemented, it can facilitate Ahas Karakashas, but also facilitate the students in the tab. They aware, they recognize from what channel the distribution are and who is the donors and who is the receiver. Okay, now I want to explain about how can monthly financial report be implemented. Okay, so we can prepare a monthly, a quarterly financial report to simplify any document related to financial transactions that will be uploaded in IRKHSSS social media such as Instagram, website, and other platforms. The reason why we want to expose the money, the reason why we want to expose quarterly or monthly financial report is to show our capabilities in donation management effectively and be more transparent so that this will convince the donors and build a trust with our commitments to them, with our commitments to the sponsorship, and also Ahas Karakasha students. Okay, next we move to the second manifesto, which is to bridge the gap between international and local students. Okay, uh, brothers and sisters, look around yourself. Are we in good relationship with our international friends? As we all know, yeah, IIM is very rich with diversity of food, diversity of languages, and cultures. Okay, from what I have observed and discovered, some of the factors of these problems are the first one, lack of cultural exposure between local and international students. Second, lack of social engagement between local and international students. So I have seen that the former tenure of RIKHSSS have conducted a lot of initiative under the theme of internationalization, which is very good start to promote the diversity. For example, a culture unity in diversity campaign, which consists a few initiatives in it. So we really need the continuation of this vision, which is to promote diversity. So my plan for this matter is to collaborate with Country-Based Society, CBS, in Ahas Karakashas. We will deal with the chairperson of CBS. So what is the mechanism that will be implemented? Firstly, by celebrating their country's most important event, such as National Day Best Country. On today's event, we will introduce international culture in IRKHSSS as social media. In this method, we will implement cultural activities such as uploading the literary work in IRKHSSS social media, such as website, Instagram, and YouTube. What kind of culture activities that we are going to implement, such as poetry from various languages, storybooks, and folk stories. Also, we will also create international quizzes through Instagram story, quizzes, and code. I want to emphasize this point. We can use this IRKHSSS website as a platform to promote and acknowledge cultural diversity that exists within our community. From this point of view, we provide an opportunity to share about their culture in various ways that make them feel valued, they feel proud and comfortable with us. There is also another idea to appreciate, to highlight our international community by celebrating International Friendship Day that will be held on 30th July every year. For this celebration, we take this opportunity to introduce our international friends by uploading our pictures together in our caches as a social media. And for those international students who are stranded in the country, they also can record and send videos to share about their lifestyles. By this mechanism, we hope that this initiative can bridge the gap between international and local students. Thus, it will help a clear and better understanding to our international friends. So, with these manifestos, I present my manifestos. That's all, with clear explanation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sister Farzana, for for the very informative presentation. Now, before we proceed to Brother Izzet's presentation and manifesto, we will be taking a short commercial break. So stay tuned with IRK as IRKHS Treasurer Seats Manifesto debate. Welcome back to AHAS IRKHSS Treasurer Seats Manifesto debate. Now, we will next hear from candidate number 2, Brother Izzat Muhammad Haziq. He is from the Department of Political Science and he will now present his manifesto. You have the floor.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Izzat Muhammad Haziq bin Kamal Rahman. I am from Department of Political Science. My study is in currently semester 1, year 2. I've been experienced in IRKHSSS, a subcommittee for spiritual and Islamization and community engagement, and also I have contributed to COSA as sub committee for welfare and foster. Uh, my beloved brothers and sisters, are you? How are you? Are you fine? If fine, thank you. Alhamdulillah. I stand here as a candidate, as treasurer for IRKHS. Would like to present a useful manifesto for the future of the students that allows great and insightful brothers to be interested in my ideas and subsequently elect me as honorary treasurer for IRKHSS for tenure 2021 and 2022. Brothers and sisters, lend me your ear to hear manifesto I will share. I have 4 manifesto and some additional manifestos, where the manifesto is one of my mission and desire if I become a leader of IRKHSS. And the manifesto that I choose is based on the mission and vision of IRKHSS. That the vision is integration toward the future. I cannot explain further because it takes too long. So I proceed with the manifesto. The first manifesto is prioritize the welfare of female students, from low income families, and students with disabilities. This is important because many students, IRKHS students, many from 4,000, more than 4,000, most of them are women, and most of them are family with low incomes, and minority are disabled. However, my principle is no one left behind. Every student get the advantage and get the benefit from the IIUM, generally specifically IRKHSS. As I want to realize the mission of IRKHSS, I want to to prioritize them so their benefit. So if they get the benefit, they can fulfill their duties as students. The welfare include financial, mental health, academics matters, physical and mental, and any matters that related to student affairs. From I will facilitate I will facilitate the secretariat under RKHS who have who are under welfare and sponsor to apart from that, there are many things I want to do in order to improve in terms of the student affairs. I will create a special WhatsApp number, special for IRKHSS itself to facilitate student and assist and and give as a platform, as customer service platform. Customer is a student itself, to make it easier for students to bring it up the complaints and the voice. I will be a bridge between the administrator and the student itself. I also continue the legacy of IRKHSS leaders itself, who provide platforms such as IRKHSS Confession, Visual Help Desk, and so on. And I improvise them, the witness of the last program tenure. I also will organize a mentorship for uh, first year students, for first, especially regarding the study briefing of study plan, career planning, and campus matter. My next manifesto is provide dynamic and visionary young professional to form leadership. The focus is on the basic needs to exist RKHS student, because we need to produce and enhance the leaders who apply the good attitude in the future. This is important because we need to polish students, because the university itself is the factory to produce leaders, to produce person, because all the good things are in the leaders itself. All the good things that we need, such as good attitude, good skills, uh, critical thinking, and etc. I will organize skill-based workshop, leadership camps, and especially such as facilitator basic workshop, strategy and organization management workshop, RKHS, AHAS KRKHS students leadership training series, public speaking workshop, and community service training. Yes, it is in COCO, COCO program, but we need to improvise ourselves. We need to improvise from time to time. So the person, if uh, guidance is provided with the basis of spirituality and comprehensive Islamic ways as life, as insan sejahtera in the face of challenging contemporary times. My third one of the manifesto is encourage students to be active in activism and volunteerism in collaboration, engagement with the surrounding community outside IIUM. I will continue the involvement of volunteer among KRKHS students with the with Gombak communities through the Gombak Sejahtera Engagement Team program that was initiated by Deputy Dean of AHAS KRKHS itself, Dr. Noh, for the next tenure under this kuliah. This will create bonding between the student and the Gombak community in order to preserve the good name of IUM itself to Greater Gombak. This also gives opportunity to students who are not involved in other club and secretariats, but with condition they are complete in attending and mastering in leadership training that we will hold later. Last but not least, I will perform if I become the treasurer. I will perform duties with trust, responsibility, efficiency, and transparency. It's common, but this is most important for my tenureship as treasurer. I will make sure the transparency in preparing financial report periodically. The report will be published in IRKHS website and social media, just like Fazana said in her manifesto. Also, I will keep ensure the financial resources are used efficiently for every IRKHS program. I also will help to raise funds to generate the source from the other parties beside IIUM through networking and convincing with them. That's all for today. Thank you.
I'm sorry, sisters, but I cannot hear your voice. I think you do you unmute.
I'm really sorry for that. Thank you so much, Brother Izzat. So now we will proceed with the Q&A session. So each candidate will be given 5 minutes to respond to all questions. So Brother Izzat, you may now pose your questions to Sister Farzana.
Okay. My first question is, do you have any experience as a treasurer in key in the data and analyze the data itself? And second, about the culture, promoting culture, multicultural and diversity among students. The IRKHSS itself have organized the culture program through staff well, the students affairs and welfare through the cultural week that promotes the culture from other nation, other countries itself. Uh, do you heard about it, about the program itself? What's the improve that you can do? What you can improve from the program if uh, you may interest in to organize the program?
Okay, thank you, Brother Izzat, for your questions. There's a lot of questions. Okay, so I'll go first. You asked about the experience of treasurer, right? Okay. So, yes, to be honest, no, to be honest, my current style field is not related with treasurer, and also I don't have any experience related to treasurer. Okay, I'll clarify this. Okay, so, but I have my passion. I'm willing to learn new things. I also have basic knowledge, financial based on my study during high school. Okay, that is for the answer number one, for question number one. The second, yeah, as I stated, the explanation about the second manifesto. Yes, I have seen in the former tenure of IRKHSS itself, they have conducted initiative uh, to promote the diversity, right? Such as cultural week, and culture unity in diversity campaign. There's a culture dialogue and etc. So what I can improve is okay. If from what I have observed, okay, this program that conducted by Arkesh has as itself, this program is in the form of short term, but with these manifestos, uh, with this idea, with this plan, with this vision that I plan, uh, we want to continue the diversity in IIM in kuliah Ahas RKHS, KRKHS. We want to make this this we want to make this vision uh, in the long term, so that it will continue the diversity of international culture. So, is that the answer that you want? Okay, I hope
Uh,
I can. I hope
it's
you
okay.
appreciate what you said.
Uh, so there is no need to improve, right? For your point of view, your perspective. Do you
Sorry,
think?
can you?
So for is so it's need don't need to improve, just proceed it, right?
For your information, what kind of improvement that you want to say? Because uh,
From the weakness of the program, or some things, or some things that you never satisfied from the program.
all right, okay. Um, how can I say that? Okay. Okay. From this, I can say uh, a culture week or program that conducted by IRKHSSS itself. Uh, okay, 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 okay. From what I have seen, from what I've understand, okay, this program is like one-way communication, and there's no participation. There's a little participation from international students. Okay, so with this involvement of culture, when we introduce international culture on National Day, for example, so what we want to plan is culture activities, right? So we want to we want we provide opportunity to international students to expose ataupun to expose, or we want to make them introduce their culture itself. So there's no one-way communication. There's two-way communication. We learn about their culture. They learn about our culture. Okay. So this one of improvement that I want to to put in this manifesto, in this plan.
Okay,
Okay.
it's clear. I'm satisfied with your answer.
All right.
Thank you so much, Sister Farzana, for your responses. Now, um, you may now ask your questions to Brother Izat.
Uh,
Okay. My questions is, your plan is to have a good networking with external sources in terms of seeking for donations. So as of now, do you manage to eye any potential donors or company?
about that, about company, I don't have connection, but I have connection with certain people through the uprising fund, through the connection with the politician. Maybe I have a phone number of them. I will show the proof later, and also if from my family, from the outsiders who want to help. Also, we can through the entrepreneurship, we can raise them from them, and I also can try to negotiate to the VVIP who wants to help, because I uh, follow them and can uh, approach them to uh, for the request to get the funding. Uh, is it clear?
Okay, next question.
Next question.
Okay, this is related to your first manifesto is to prioritize female students. So from your observation, what are the problems faced by female IRKHSS students, healthcare students?
For me, there are less understanding about the benefit and to utilize the from iMaklum, and they are most of them shy to seeking for the help. Most of them have a financial problem because of pandemic effect of pandemics, and also they have problem regardless through because of the we cannot in touch or face to face to uh, again to raise the voice or raise the complaints. They can't complain because they doesn't have the confidence level to asking for our aid and uh, our help itself.
So you said that does male students doesn't have problems that you have to
The,
prioritize female students?
we also help female students, but we prioritize the female. That means even it's equal, but we uh, we prioritize the who very really need. Of course, if male student have problem issues such as a mental health or financial problem, we could also can help them. But females, we know that most of them are still need help, still consciousness about the who want to help them, regarding the welfare and so on and etc.
Is it,
Thank you so much to all of our candidates for the answers. Now, as much as we want to listen to the candidates' insight, we will also want to know what the audience are curious about. But before we proceed with the Q&A session, we will be taking a short commercial break. So stay tuned with AHAS KRKHS election, treasury seats, manifesto debate. Welcome back to AHAS KIRKHS Election Treasury Seats Manifesto debate. Now we will now proceed with the Q&A session from the audience. So the first question is to Brother Izzat. So you said that you prioritize students' mental health, but with workshops you suggested. Don't you think it's a burden to students?
Okay. Uh, we know that uh, after we graduate, we need to look for the job. All that we need for the seek of the job is the skill that we need. So when in the polish the skills, we also provide the uh, the mental health. We don't make it difficult. We just make it slow, one by one, by step, to push and every week we have workshop now. That means only we have uh workshop in a year, only 2 3 workshop, not to make it difficult. Plus
Thank you so much, Brother Izzat. So our next question is to Sister Farzana. So what do you think is the meaning of a welfare officer, and what responsibilities do you think that you would have to take up as one?
Okay, about the questions about the welfare, meaning of welfare officer, and what is the responsibilities as treasurer, right? All right. Okay. So for welfare issue, would be related relevant issue regardless of time. So we can say that okay, make regarding the your questions about welfare. Okay, right. So for the okay, I think I'm on welfare officer and not okay. Um, okay, I'm okay. The questions for responsibilities of a treasurer is uh, with if we can see from my manifesto, the first manifesto about the to provide welfare support for our healthcare students. Uh, these are related to donation drive, donation, transparency. So in the end, donation management will help the needy students regardless. That's my answer. Thank you.
We have our next question for you, Sister Farzana. So usually students are reluctant to fill in surveys stating that uh, to fill in surveys. So what other plans other from surveys do you have to approach needy students?
Okay, the real we cannot avoid the fact that some of needy students feeling not welcome to fill in the survey due to strict procedures or past experiences. That is why, in my first manifesto, I tend to expose the monthly or quarterly financial report to to as it is a way or alternative to encourage them to convince them that this is the chain of distribution. What is initiative of distribution that we going to give? We share. We plan. All right. That's all.
Thank you so much, Sister Farzana. So while we wait for for more questions from the audience, don't forget to cast your votes this Thursday from 8 to 5 p.m. And the links are accessible on IRKHSSS social media accounts and also on the Telegram channel. And if not, you could also vote using the links on your respective secretariat social media accounts. So we have our next question, and the question is for both of the candidates. So the audience asked, how will you measure the effectiveness of your manifesto? Maybe Brother Isaac could go first.
How I manage the manifesto is I create the venue first, and then I
Sorry, Brother
decide.
Isaac. I would.
Okay, okay.
I'm just going to repeat
I
the
repeat.
question. So, how will you measure the effectiveness of your manifesto?
The effectiveness of the manifesto. Firstly, I measure them from my experience. I have the participate from to the workshop how to organize, and also how to organize the secretariat, the society, the club, the organization itself. And also I also have experience. Based on the experience, I apply them to the program that I use. Also, for your information, I've been in my past studies in diploma. I've organized many programs that my club or won the silver award for the excellent organized club and the excellent uh, programs uh, for the last 2 years before pandemic. I, plus the effectiveness of the my manifesto from two I create WhatsApp, that special WhatsApp. So just like the question before, yes, uh, I admit myself also reluctant to fill the survey. So many of them are scared, very not doesn't have time. So if they are if are needy, they only WhatsApp us. Then we make them feel trust. We trust that we will make them trust to us how to approach. We will try to approach them, talk to them, meet them, and so on. That's why I want to improvise uh, the the last tenure is wants to make a week or a month wants to make the virtual test once a month to their confess, not so for uh, we also provide the WhatsApp group, WhatsApp to JPM, private message us. Uh, this will be private. We will not to tell everyone. We will do not in secret, and then we consider it to and bring it to the administrator, or we do it ourselves if we uh, can do it. Or
Thank you so much, Brother Isaac. So what about Sister Farzana?
The questions about the effectiveness, right? Right. Right. Okay. In order to know the effectiveness, I cannot finalize yet because we don't implement yet. So my plan to ensure the effectiveness is to provide a KPI for the program that will be held, such as uh, for example, participation from international students, from 3 or 5 countries. Okay, that's all.
Thank you so much, Sister Farzana. We actually have another question for the both of you. So the question is, what would be your initiative as a treasurer to ensure transparency in the financial statement of IRKHSSS? Maybe Sister Farzana could go first.
Okay, so my planning is to make a proper documentation of every transaction related to the events in IRKHSSS. The financial record will be published publicly, open, will be exposed publicly on IRKHSSS social media to build trust with students as well as with our future sponsors or donors. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Farzana. What about Brother Izzat? What would be your initiative as a treasurer to ensure transparency in the financial statement of IRKHSSS?
Just like I said before, we publish them in the social media. We show the proof of the transaction. We show the in the documentation. We uh, do more specifically how the process from debit and credit, how the flow of the money uh, itself from two weeks. Also, we will send the transaction as a proof to the to publish it as proof to show the transparency of the uh, our in the financial statement.
Thank you so much, Brother Izzat. For the viewers, if you have any more questions, please post them in the comment section. And don't forget to also mention the name of the candidate that you wish to ask your questions to. And also, again, I would like to remind, don't forget to cast your votes this Thursday from 8 to 5 p.m. The links will be accessible on the IRKHSSS social media platforms, Telegram channel, and also your respective secretariat social media accounts. We will now wait for more questions from the viewers. If you have any more curiosities, this is your chance to ask the candidates for the treasurer's seat. Thank you so much to all of our candidates for a very insightful session. So to the audience, don't forget to cast your votes, and also the results will be accessible on all of IRKHSSS social media accounts. Thank you so much. Until next time. Assalamualaikum.